Okay, hello and welcome to another English video of mine, and today I'm going to show you one of my car radios. Now this radio, I actually have a long story with it, because this was my the third cassette player I ever owned. So the first player I owned was a Pioneer deck. Afterwards it was my first Walkman, which I also still have. I'm currently working on replacing the belt in that. And then this basically was a third thing, and this has been given to me by the neighbors who have given me the laptop. And I have this thing probably since 2 years now. And this was my first stereo, like my first stereo on this place, which I had speakers with. And the speakers I had were those speakers. I don't know if you can see them. I've made those with my father for this radio. That's the reason why they exist. That's sort of the reason why we went in the direction of car audio instead of buying pre-made speakers. And I kind of wanted to do a wood project with my dad. So that's the reason why we did that and did not buy real speakers. And since I already have those speakers right now, and otherwise I would just be sitting around, I decided to use them with the Nico system, because they are great little speakers. So yeah, but going back to this was my first ever radio, and I got it for free from my neighbors. It was terribly dirty. They actually had this in their car, which was a blue 4-door. It was really large. It had a really large trunk, Volkswagen Golf. They had to get rid of that car. Now they actually had a replacement radio installed in, but they've kept this in a damp smoker basement. Just to make that clear, and the thing still works mostly just fine. For probably 10 years it was sitting in there. But when they got rid of that car, I kind of talked about the neighbor about the car, and that I actually kind of liked it. And I was sort of sad that it had to go, but the engine made some problems which were hard and expensive to fix. So I just decided to give up on the car. And the neighbor actually asked me if I wanted to have the radio of that car, and I was like, yes sir. And we went in the basement, and he sold me like one of these ugly replacement radios, and I was like, what the hell is that? And he's like, well, that's a radio. And I'm like, no, I think the original radio. I thought about the original radio, not this replacement thing. He was like, well, maybe I have that. And he was looking around in a box full of junk, and he pulled this out of it, and he said, well, here it is. So I got it upstairs, and I sort of cleaned it up. I didn't really know what to do with it, and I did some research, and I kind of quickly knew how to wire it up. It just needs 12 volts and a speaker. When I turned it on, Save appeared on the screen. I was like, what the hell is this? And a video of We Westlife, which he talked about that thing, because radios need codes. And by the way, in that video, we had a radio, and that'd be exactly this one. This is exactly the one he had. Kind of sort of showing that, because I'm kind of proud of having that radio. But anyway, he talked about that, and that you could get it at Volkswagen. So we went there, the Volkswagen dealer, and we went there, and the person typed in the serial number of the radio, and he immediately got the code. So full of excitement, I went home, and this thing actually works. And at the time, it worked perfectly. However, I've dropped it on the floor, and a gear of the tape mechanism cracked. So now the thing has speed issues and makes a horrible clunking noise. But I've lived with it making that clunking noise and having speed issues for a year. Because this thing has a really good sound quality. It really sounds amazing. And its FM tuner gets insanely good reception, because right now I just have a screwdriver stuck in the antenna connector. Also give you a quick view around it. Yeah. Got a screw in the antenna connector with no wire attached to it, and pulls in basically all local stations pretty well. And wires. There's a serial number, and if you happen to have a radio with this serial number from Volkswagen. Maybe try this code. I don't know if it will work, but you can try if you want. There's information of it. It was made by Grundig in Portugal. And yeah, it was made by Philips, I think, because at that point Grundig was being bought off by Philips. So it could be Philips device, although I'm not too sure. It definitely shares some of the design features, like with the paint on these buttons and everything. It sort of shares those a little bit with my Grundig VCR. Kind of looks similar, like the sort of letters you can see here. They look a little bit similar, like on here, in my opinion. So it is Grundig, but this VCR, if I'm not too sure, if I'm not mistaken, was also made by Philips. So I think this was made by Philips, but Grundig is a name anyway, and it is made by Grundig, whoever made Grundig products at that time. But yeah, enough talking. No, we are still not finished with talking. This radio was made in 1993 and is a mid-range version of that time. So they had the Alpha, which had a non-auto reverse tape player and a non-RDS capable tuner, and also only a sound control. And also the Alpha didn't have the 20-watt amplifier. This has a higher power amplifier. And then there was the Gamma, which had soft touch controls, auto reverse, Dolby B noise reduction, RDS, as this one has, CD sensor controls, and a lot more features like this. But this was a mid-range version, and it's pretty decent for the time. No Dolby or anything, but it is auto reverse, and we have an RDS tuner, radio data system tuner, 20-watt power, and separate bass and treble controls. So, we will turn it on here. We've started in FM mode. You have to turn up quite a bit because this speaker is really loud. And this does not have a built-in loudness curve, so... You can see the radio data system works there. Like I said, it's only using that small antenna. That's cool as an antenna, so you can see on this station it's not picking it up and goes to the frequency. You can see on this one it works. And when the head is hooked up to a proper antenna, it did get the channel ID, which is 1 live. Yeah, this station isn't coming in now, but this station generally has issues on every tuner I tested it on. The RDS light isn't lighting up, but apparently it is getting the RDS, because otherwise it would show the frequency. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, we can go to presets here. This is a rather weak station again. They're all coming from the same tower, and they're all transmitting with, I think, 80 kilowatts. But they all seem to come in better and worse, even on the nickel receiver, so I don't know. And this will be my own transmitter, which is off. So, yeah. And then this is a seek. If you press it, sort. What have you just done? You're not supposed to do that. Okay, I know what that was. That just was. But you can press the next station. There you go. Talk station. Oldie station. Station which tries to fit everyone's taste. Talk station. I know it's not getting so much stations right now. It only is getting the stations which it can receive the RDS on. But you can also do a manual search, which is holding the button down. And let's see. Well, that's the oldies one right there. We already did get that one. There you go. What the hell? The frequency on this one is wrong. Look at that. It's supposed to be... Oh, crap. I know it's a... Man, stop it. I'm stupid right now. Okay. supposed to be right here. I don't know what's doing that. Okay, we just did that preset. See now? This did a preset, you just hold the button down. That was really weird. Probably because the RDS links up to 99.3. But yeah, you can basically long hold will get you through a manual frequency, and then short hold will just get you like that. And yeah, AS, I don't know what that is. TP is if you listen to a tape and you want to hear the traffic announcement or traffic program, you press that and it will automatically switch over. RDS on or off. FM, AM button, again I don't know what TA is. I think that does the same thing as TP, because TA is a sync traffic announcement. We can try AM, but we probably don't get anything. The only station I can sometimes get on the Pioneer receiver is... oh, where is it? Here it is. I see absolutely nothing, but we don't have AM over here in Germany, so it's not even really worth trying. Now we're putting a tape in, and what better tape to put in to a radio like this is a metal tape, and then you will listen to how bad the speed has gotten. But I actually listened to this for quite a bit of time, and because this thing really sounds great, this has a speed issue, so... But I listened to it. Now I don't. Now I think it's awful, but back in the day, I did. I hope the copyright police won't get me after this. But I hope it doesn't, because of speed issues. Because this tape only has copyright music. But this small speaker, actually, hope you could hear it over that speaker, that has great treble and clear bass on a metal. And if we now try out a Type 1, which has been dubbed from a chrome tape, and then recorded on a mediocre quality deck. It's not a bad deck, but mediocre quality deck. Doesn't sound too terribly good. You can hear. Wow. This is electronic music and you can barely make it out because of the speed. I remember the speed actually being better. The belt on this might be going out as well. It still sounds pretty good. If you just ignore the speed issues and it's playing to this. This can do that. I soon get copyright strikes for this, by the way. But with this car radio, we could probably easily blow out this little tiny speaker. I don't know what this 20 watt is. It's probably, it says 2 times 20 watt. But I can't imagine that's 20 watt RMS, because my Nico amplifier is 20 watt RMS. It probably is 20 watt peak, but it still could blow out this tiny speaker by ease. Maybe it has like 2 watts RMS. But it does do a pretty good job, and really if you hook up some proper speakers to it and ignore the fact that it has speed issues, it really sounds quite great. I know you probably think, well, that sounds awful. It probably does through this. But I have experienced this on good speakers and when I didn't drop it, so it really does sound quite good. And the winding is relatively fast. It's not too fast, but relatively fast. It has no track sorts. So auto reverse. I mean, you can hear the speed issues, they're pretty bad. But this didn't always sound that bad. And the speed is getting a little bit better, I think. And yeah, what do you think this video is at its end yet? It certainly is not. You disconnect the power source. And we're gonna open this thing up. Because these things are fairly easy to open up. You just have 4 clips at each side of the top cover. And then the top will just lift off. I don't know where to put it. Now, never do this at home. This is a low voltage device, but we are going to run it open and there still are some risks with it. You gotta enter the code now because I disconnected it. Well, to connect the power. See, this is the thing which is annoying with Volkswagen radios. They have the code you have to enter. Radio still works. If we now put a tape in, see, do we have like another interesting tape here? No, we don't. So probably remove the camera here. And here it is working. And you can take a look at the inside here. Here are the potentiometers, which are clean. There's the amplified chip. I don't know what that component right there is. That could be a speaker output protection relay, but that's kind of uncommon on car radios, I think. There's a filter capacitor, which is not too large. But certainly does its job. Over here is the FM tuner section. A little can there. And this is where the head connects. And see, here's a mechanism. I'll put it the right way. The head and the pin roller. And now we are winding. Rewinding and doing auto reverse. Yeah, the speed is definitely not correct anymore. Can also simulate a tape. Gotta be kind of careful because I don't want to break the plastic. In theory, remove this plastic lever carefully and get it into play mode here. And you can see the head is like in a really awkward angle, but it doesn't seem to cause any issues, so the tape mechanism is a little bit dirty. And the head itself, I do clean that. At least I did clean that. Probably won't bother being cleaned again, but see the little divider things on there? Now you can see them. Those are blue for some reason, and I think that's kind of unique. Yeah, the heads in here definitely probably, and the mechanism needs cleaning again. Probably after I got it, it hasn't seen that again. See, another thing which is weird, to use this clicker. I wonder if because it seems to wind just fine. But look at that. That thing is like dancing. See, it's like moving up and down here. And now when we're in play mode, it doesn't dance as much anymore. And this one doesn't dance at all. So I'm really wondering what's going on there. There's also doing something there. Can twist it without any issues. It actually seems like maybe this is like powered in a way that it even tries to like get your tape to go there, because you can see if I kind of turn it there. You barely have to move the thing and it just turns. Also, the head only seems to be at a weird angle when playing the A side. See, now it's at a weird angle, and now it's not. So I'm really wondering what's going on there. If you hold this wheel down, it automatically auto reverses. But yeah, now we have made a 20-minute long video about a car radio. Put our metal in there again. It does not have a metal indicator, so I wonder if it even supports metal, but it sounds good. Yeah, the speed is really bad.
So shy, get with me, my dirty boy, can't you see? You make me dance, bring me up, bring me down, getting sweet, make me move.
So yeah. That is the end. And now I'm gonna be tidying up. Oh my god. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'd like to see you again in my next video soon. And yeah, that's about it. And keep on using these, because these are cool, and digital is boring. Okay? Just wanted to say that at the end there. And I'll say see you in the future, in my next video. And tell me if you like this video or not. Goodbye.